Guys, welcome to another episode of the Blender Beginner Tutorials. In the previous tutorial, we looked at how we can UV unwrap and we did UV mapping so that we can apply textures, and I promise you that the next video will be how to apply PBR textures. So in this video, that's what we will look at. We will look at applying textures to our 3D models. So I've opened the scene here and I'll choose the shading editor. So this shading layout. And guys, please, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I always ask you, please subscribe for me. It means a lot to me, like you know already. It really means a lot to me. And share to your friends. Share the page to your friends. Share the channel to your friends so that they can also benefit from the beginner series. Since we started from absolute beginner, I'm sure by now you can create cool stuff. So now we are going to look at how you apply some materials to this my object. I'll press the slash key on the numpad button to isolate it and see. So we are in the shading layout. So you see when I toggle into edit mode and select everything, we don't have any UVs going on. Let's check the UV. Okay, the default one is on, but it's not showing here. So let me select or deselect with Alt A. Okay, so let's see what we do. So I'll select everything, and if you remember, we talked about most of these, the important ones that we will use for now. So with this, I'll just use Smart UV projects. Okay, so it didn't appear here. Let me see what the problem is. So guys, this is all about 3D. 3D is sometimes you get stuck somewhere and you have to figure your way out. So I'll just, let's say, let me come to the UV editing, and you see it did it nice, but because we were in there, let me hit the slash button to isolate it. Because we were in the shader editing, that's why we weren't seeing it. So now it has unwrapped it like this. So this is the Smart UV project. I can just do it again. Smart UV projected. It just did it nicely here. So let's see if we can apply some materials to it, and let's see how it works. So in the first place, like I said, shader editor, when I add new, this is a default material. Let me just increase the size of it. This is a default material. This is white. So let me change the color. You see, this is green. This is just material, not textures. Okay, so if we want to bring materials in, we will have to plug them into this socket, and we will look at the most important ones, and as we go forward, you will learn about it all in depth. With this, we can spend the whole day on it, but since this is a beginner introduction to the PBR textures, we will stick to the ones you need most. So we'll look at base color, and we'll look at roughness, and maybe metallic, and we'll look at normal. Okay, so let me take you to this my Photoshop file. This is a roughness map, but before that, if you want to download this textures map, go to textures.com or textureshaven.com. I'll leave link in the description, or I'll just put a link on the display, so just watch out for it. Textures.com, and just download. Sometimes you get roughness with metals, you get roughness, you get normal map. This is how a normal map looks like. We have metallic, and this is the color or albedo. So this is the maps, the color maps that you get after you download the textures. We'll look at another texture which is non-metal too. So with this, we have the roughness, we have normal, we have metallic, and color or albedo. Sometimes some sites call it color, others call it albedo. So we'll bring these ones in and see how it works. Let me minimize it. So with the color, we saw color, so we'll plug the color in the base color. So we come to texture, we'll choose image texture, and you see the color is yellow. So you plug the colors, the one responsible, color yellow to color yellow, not color yellow to color purple. So we plug this color to the base color, and you see it turns black like the previous tutorial. So you have to plug in an image, a color image here. So I'll just open and locate my texture, where my texture is. So I'll just go to my texture and look for the particular texture we are looking at. So you can just store many textures and just use them. So we are looking at the color. You see this one, it gave me albedo. We have albedo, we have height, we have metallic, we have normal, and we have roughness. So we want the albedo, that is the color map. Sometimes albedo or color. I'll just choose it and just open the image. So when I open, you see now it is taking some effect, but it seems it's too big on the metal surface. So I'll just go back to the UV editor mode. Let me go to the layout and create my own layout. So I'll just come here and make another layout. Guys, if you missed this tutorial about layouts, just go to the previous tutorial and learn about it. So I'll choose UV editor here. No, I'll choose shader editor here, and I'll choose UV editor here. Okay. So now if I hit slash and go to this viewer, and we have our UVs here. So you see the textures are very big on the surface, but if I scale it, you see it's becoming small on it. Very nice. And it's seamless, so you don't see much going on here. So you see it's really nice on it. This is just some flat texture. Okay, so in order to, let me hit N to close this and get room for some space. So this is the color. You can press here to minimize it or just leave it there. I will just push this one up a bit. So we have the color. So now we'll bring in the roughness, the metallic. We had metallic, so we'll bring in metallic. So I'll just go, and other times too, you can just drag and drop. It's that simple. So I'll just locate my metal textures. Where are you? Metal plate. Okay. And I'll just drag the metallic. Just drag and drop it in Blender, and Blender will bring it inside. Okay. So we have the metallic here. I'll just plug the metallic to metal. There's something happen. You see something is going on. But anything aside a color map or an albedo map should be non-color data. You see we have non-color here, and this is RGB. So if you forget, just choose non-color. Anything aside the main color should be non-color data. So you see what's going on. We have something like a metal here, and now we'll bring the roughness too. So let me just drag and drop and look for my roughness. This is the roughness, and I'll just bring it to my Blender. It's non-color. You see, Blender intelligently detected it, so I'll just plug the color to this roughness, and let's see if something will happen. And boom, you see we have something going on. It's like a metal. It's almost before the metallic. You can hold Control and right click so that you can cancel or you can delete or unplug a noodle from a node. So you can just, you see we had this flat surface, but the moment we plugged in the color to the metallic, we got this metal surface. You see it's shiny. Okay, and let's see, we said we will talk about normal too, so let me just minimize it here so that we'll get room for some other maps. And you see with the metal, let me just bring it in first. I'll just bring in the normal. If I drop the normal, you see this is normal and this is color yellow, so you can't plug it. It will just scream. Let's plug it and see what will happen. You see some weird thing is happening and not much is going on. You see it's almost like our surface is a mirror or something. So you have to bring in, and it's non-color, you have to bring in another converter which will convert this yellow color into purple color, which is, we go to texture, shift A, and we choose vector. So the vector, we will choose normal map. Okay, so we just plug in the normal map there, and you see what happened. Immediately it created this indent and showing the height information on the metal, you see. And now it's as if it's a real life metal. As time goes on, we will look at how you can add surface imperfection, so that because no surface is perfectly clean, you will add surface imperfection so that you will see, you can render it like normal. And you see something is going on here. Oh, let me just bring this here. You see we didn't unwrap this ourselves. So the tester is breaking, it's not moving here. You see what's going on? You see it's breaking. So if we had unwrapped it ourselves, we would have gotten it smoothly, but since we won't need it much here, we can just get away with it. So these are maps. These are maps. You see, as I plugged in the normal, you can increase the strength and you see what will happen. You see it's increasing the height information of the indent. So that's the normal. You can just reduce it, or you can right click and just reset to default, and it came back to 0. So I can just increase it to 1 or leave it at 1. 1 works for me. So like I said, I can't give you these textures since they are free for me alone, and it's free online though, but I can't share them to you. So you go to textures.com or HD Textures Haven so that you can get these textures and just download them, and as many as you can. You see I have many of them here that I use, so you can just download many. And with the textures.com you have free 15 credits, you can download enough. And Textures Haven too, I think it's unlimited, so you can download as much as you want. So that's a brief introduction on how to apply PBR textures to materials. So let me just go ahead and let's try another one. So I'll just click new and just I will save this my project, and we have a new workspace here. So with this cube, I won't do anything to it. I'll just let me recreate this, the ones I created, the layout I created. I think this was our shader editor and this was our UV editor. Sorry, UV editor, not image editor. Where is my UV? Okay, so I just tab into edit mode, and you see we have some basic UV maps on it. Like I said in the previous tutorial, I just click N to just hide this one. And you see, let's try another one. By default it's having this basic material. Let me go into the rendered mode, or this is material preview. Let me go to rendered mode and just add some. Let me select, go to object mode, select this and make it a sun lamp so that we get some light in the scene. Let me reduce the strength small so that, let me say 10. Okay, so now we have something here. Why is it? What is happening here? Okay, let's look at it from this side. So with this, we have this basic material on it. I'll just go and bring, like I said, we can just drag and drop. So I'll go to my textures and just bring all this in. So I'll bring this is the albedo. Okay, I'll bring the albedo. Not here, sorry. I have to close this panel, it's in my way. Okay, so this is it. So let me just bring the albedo back. So this is the albedo, or the color, like I said. So I'll just bring it and drag it here, and I'll plug the color into the base color, and you see we have something going on. Don't worry, we didn't, and even as we didn't texture it ourselves, we didn't UV unwrap it ourselves. It's still, I think Blender did well in on unwrapping this. It's going nice this way. So I'll just push this one aside and bring in roughness. I think we have roughness. Or this is height and this is normal. Okay, so let's talk about height a bit too. Height or displacement, sometimes that's how you see it. So with this height, you can either plug it in the normal or you can come to the displacement, but we don't have so many geometries. Since we don't have many geometries on it, so it might not work. Let's try and see. I'll just bring in Shift A, go to the vector and bring in a displacement map. So I'll just put it here, and with the displacement, you see we have displacements here. So I'll just, let me shift this one here, put the displacement here, and I'll just plug this displacement into the height. Okay, you see something happened, but since we can reduce the strength a bit. You see the displacement, let's reduce the strength a bit, and you see it's giving it some height just like the normal map, but this is very strong. So let's go back and see. I think we have another map. We have the normal. Let me just bring this normal to and see why we should use both. It's not advisable, but it depends on your situation. So I'll just bring this one here, Shift A, and remember normal map. I'll just plug it here and put this one here and put this one here. Let's see what happened. Okay, so you see we have some height information on it, and because we don't have too many geometries on it, that's why you don't see it well, but still it's working pretty fine. I think you can see some indenting, just that it's too smooth. So with this one you can just increase the roughness a bit so that it will just reduce the smoothness, the shininess, sorry, not smoothness, shininess. You see, if you increase the roughness, you reduce the shininess of the thing, and you can reduce specularity. But with this, like I said, as we go forward, every material then its properties and how we should go about it, so we will explore more. So that is basically textures, how to add PBR textures for you. I think I'll end the tutorial here. And guys, like I say, please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe for me, please, and share this channel to your friends. Let them also benefit, and like, and just leave any question you have in the comment box. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you. Bye.